here, right
Your
here,
favorite snitch.
got my calls calling me every day saying, Jesse, should I snitch? Should I tell?
And I never told because I'm not a teller. But you know who is a teller?
Who?
T.I. admits to snitching on dead cousin to avoid jail time. He said his cousin talked to him in the shadow realm and said, "It's cool, homie, because I ain't going nowhere." But let's see what T.I. had to say right here.
And so we caught no gun cases. Two died. And, you know, my lawyer said, well, you know, I can make everything go away if it was Toots, if it was Tramel's. And I had a talk with Toot.
And what Toot said?
Posthumously? Yeah. After he had passed, I had a talk with him.
And what Toot say?
Toot said, I take all the charges you got. If you can walk away free and put it on me, goddamn right. Because I'd be damned if they gonna come and motherfucking extradite me from here. They can come get me from.
Wow. I mean, I see what he's saying there, and it's, I wonder if he really did talk to his cousin kind of in the afterlife setting, but I bet you if it was your cousin or even your best friend that passed away and y'all are involved in a situation that could get y'all locked up, and you had the opportunities to get off the case by putting on someone that has passed away. I mean, I understand what they're saying.
I really understand.
I try to give T.I. a hard time just because I'm try to make fun and be a little bit of a hater of sorts. Hate. But T.I., I don't believe he truly snitched. Because like they say, if you snitch, someone's behind bars.
True.
And T.I. didn't ever put nobody behind bars with his testimony. So by definition, I'll go ahead and put it right here. T.I. is technically not a snitch.
I need y'all to comment below. Comment below. Is this snitching on somebody that is dead, or is it not? Because I mean, at the same time, I tell people every day, like the street code stuff ain't real. Like it
is real unless you're goofy.
It's only real to people it's only real until you find out that it's not real. It's only real till you find out that the person that you're
saying the street code is like Santa.
It's basically like it's only real until that you find out that that op that you over here beefing with is calling the cops on you, and you in jail because he called the cops. Like, why you ain't handled it yourself? That doesn't mean, that's one thing that I never understood, how it's all street and everything until it's on you. Oh, it's street when it happened to your friend. The street when it happened to these girls, but when it happened to you, oh, you gotta call the cops. Like, nah, keep it in the streets then. So I mean,
Facts.
so with this, like, I kind of understood what T.I. said, but I was kind of iffy. But then, like, when I heard other people saying, like, well, if you my homie, and I feel the same way, if you my homie, and like we we do something, and like I die, like supposedly, like with that situation, like if you in the past, and like,
you get packed out,
and I get packed out, like in the future, like lie on me, like I want to make sure you, like my homies is good, like I want to make sure my homies is straight. So lie on me,
like if anything,
this don't tell no crazy stuff. I'm like, I smash some fat girl.
If the fuzz ever get hot on me, it don't matter if you alive or you packed out.
You lying on me regardless.
I'm getting you. And I'm walking free, baby.
So you lying. So no matter
kidding.
what,
I'm just kidding. Stop crying. I can't make jokes,
baby.
You
better pack you
I can't make jokes, baby.
You don't even ask me what I'm smoking, man. You already know what I'm smoking. I'm smoking
Too
co-host.
good.
I'm smoking co-host.
Too good.
I'm smoking co-host.
Too good.
Nah, I'm playing. Nah, but honestly, like, and with T.I. saying this, I mean,
T.I. legend in the game. You got to give him respect. He made he made roll bounce.
So before we go to the next, before we go to the next part,
ATL.
So it was 6ix9ine did was it snitching?
Yeah,
it's so snitching.
Facts. He's a goofy Daniel Hernandez, but he deserves to get donkey kicked in the face. I'll go ahead and say it right here.
And see, and we got the hottest takes, man. Comment below how you feel about snitching. Like, do you feel like it's no honor in snitching? Like, no matter what you do,
I mean, a lot of people nowadays don't have any morals at all anyways when it comes to relationships, being with your significant other, being honest, or staying true to your crew. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't have any morals or set rules or don't live by any code, and those is lost souls.
True. And I mean, I wonder when you talk about snitching, I wonder if this was with his whole guns. I wonder if this is with his whole gun situation. Remember when, like, I don't know if you remember when Ti got caught with all the guns and he only did like a year in a TV show.
I
Yeah,
vaguely remember.
yeah, he did a year and like a year and a half, 2 years max in jail. He did a TV show called Redemption. He had also the crazy part is, fun fact, the person he had on Redemption, like they made him basically do Redemption was community service. So he went to jail, he had to pay a whole bunch of money, and he had to do community service. So he had to go to schools, had to do like some Help Me Howard type stuff, like tip show.
Help me, Howard.
Like, that gives, I will call 1-800-TIPS if you call to see a crime. He did that. He did all the stuff, to do his probation, because nobody want to violate probation and go back to jail.
Yeah.
Probation be crazy. He'd be like, oh, we give you, like, it's like Hood Rich Pablo Juan. Or we give you 15 years, but if you do 5 years, you do 5 years, do 10 years on probation. That type of stuff. Like, ain't nobody trying
Shout
to do
out
that.
Hood Rich.
Shout out Hood Rich. Comment below if it's free Hood Rich. Hood Rich Pablo Juan coming out of jail soon. But, yeah, like, so do you think, so basically, he did all this other stuff. He snitched on some dead people,
This is
and
his cousin. I mean, it's one thing if it's your homie, and another thing if it's your cousin. I know if it's your cousin for sure, they're not gonna care. If it's a friend, it's a maybe thing. But even then, if it's your homie, he's probably gonna want you to be free rather than be effed up in jail or with sometimes fines or a certain amount of time on your books. So he probably gonna want you free rather than locked up. So
true.
that's what I say. Snitching is if the words that you said ended up with someone else doing jail time. That's why I say 6ix9ine is a snitch, because his words definitely got a whole bunch of people locked up. He snitched on Kuda B and a whole bunch of other Treyway members and got them time.
How you tell somebody to do something for you and you tell them that you told the cop that you paid? Like, that's
how you pay for a hit and then snitch on a hit? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's truly crazy. But you only expect that from goofies like Daniel Hernandez.
Exactly.
But we
moving
got
on
a crazy topic here.
So,
And I'm going to let my co-host take over for a second because I got to take a little bathroom break. But I'm going to let him break it down and keep it going real quick.
So supposedly Birdman's brother, who told on Dead Friends, wants to know if T.I. and others gonna get the same treatment he getting. You already know how it is, man. You know how they say, black people, we never keep the same energy. That's the thing I want to say. We never keep the same energy. Like, one person could be going through like, oh, this person snitched, like he went to jail, he snitched on all these dead people, like he didn't, like he knew, but he wasn't really cool with. You give him hell, but then T.I. turn around and do it, and you act like, oh, it's just nothing. Like, oh, it's whatever. He had to do what he had to do for his family. Like, what about the other person? What about Torrance? I think his name was Torrance Williams, so Torrance Hatchett. What about him? Like, he had to do the same thing. He had to do something for his family. But it don't make no sense. Like, people playing politics. Like, some people believe in snitching, but snitching is only right in such certain situations. Like, oh, you snitching on the dead people. You snitching on, like, if you in like certain situations where, oh, they was doing you dirty, like they messing with your baby moms and they trying to set you up and trying to line you up and turn your TV off. So of course you can snitch on them, but other people believe that if you in the streets, you in the streets. So you keep it in the streets. Ain't no snitching, ain't no talking to the cops. And I kind of lean towards that side. Like, if you want some street stuff and it happen in the streets, don't call no cops. Like, why you calling the cops? Like, it's you street, keep it in the streets. But everybody don't believe in the same thing I believe in.
Because you a goofy. And
I'm a goofy because I don't believe in snitching.
No, I'm kidding, fool. God damn.
God,
I'm just saying, I don't believe in giving description to cops where someone gets arrested. Basically, if you say anything that gets someone arrested, you snitch.
True, but let's see what he had to say.
Yeah, you still didn't play the clip?
I was talking to Izzy.
Like, is it a difference with T.I. admitted to doing what I did, also what Lil Durk did? And there was another guy that admitted to doing something like this because
That's a clip. That's a clip you got me. Freaking goofy. Co-host is goofy for that clip.
Whatever.
I'm goofy.
Goofy. Put Goof Troop. Hey, but I mean, like you said, like, Dirk did it. T.I. did it. He did it. So I guess
Nah, Dirk did let no one even knows for sure.
First off, pause. Wait.
First off, play.
They said, I don't know if it's true or not. They basically caught Dirk in 4K doing what he was doing. And then he said, oh, no, he did.
You know what you sound like right now?
What?
Someone that's snitching on the internet. So let's keep it on topic and talk about Birdman's brother, who told on his dead friend. You know, that's what I'm saying. If your friend passed away and it's something you could get away with, you might as well take it. But I think anytime that your words get someone else in trouble and you out of trouble, that's the definition of snitching. But if it's definitely someone you're related to or a best friend, they would want the bestest for you. So that's another type of situation. But I mean, if you got money, your lawyer's gonna advise you what's the best thing to do. They're gonna know the best options anyway. So you're gonna listen to your lawyer anyway.
Yep, that's what I always say. If you get pulled over by the cops and ask you questions, just say lawyer. Don't ask them no questions, because whatever you say, they will hold and use against you.
Yep. I remember. Never mind. I'm not on top.
We'll talk about that, but we know we are going to talk about this next topic. This next topic